All right, I'm gonna give you a farm update. Show you all the stuff I've been working on, planting, that good stuff. And it's not pretty, not beautified, but you know. Here we go. So this is my watermelon patch. I just got done adding compost, and I watered it as well because out here in Texas it gets dry. Believe it or not, this soil right here, it's like clay. Man, it's like really dry right now, but I had to enrich it with compost and other things. So that's all broken down, like old fruits, vegetables, leaves, and stuff like that. Like whenever I have some leftover lettuce or some kale, I just compost it. And I have several compost bins. Like that's one that's going right here. Underneath that, you got corn, pineapples, tomatoes, all kinds of avocado shavings and stuff. And I get stuff to grow pretty good out here. Like that's one of my rosemary bushes, some loofahs. But I really wanted to focus in this patch right here. I do have some things like tomato plants growing in here. I've got some flowers coming along on these watermelon plants. Now I have about 5 different varieties: red, orange, yellow flesh. This one right here is just taking off so well. I wish I would have put something in the ground, like little markers to say, hey, this is this kind of, you know, watermelon plant. We got this thing right here. He does not need to be here, and neither does he. Stealing resources from our plants. But these things took off. This whole patch is just doing well. Oh, look at that. It's a tomato flower. So these tomatoes, I planted all this from seed. I didn't go to Lowe's. I didn't start with any seed starters. This is all just me. So that's my patch, doing very well. My mustard greens and kale, they're about out of season. I should have planted more, but they had a good run. Now all I do is just feed these to the chickens. So why did I do that now? Oh, the rabbits like these too. So, and caterpillars, they tore through this stuff too. They ate all the kale first, as you can see, and they left the mustard greens last. But now they've been going after the mustard greens because they're desperate. And they're about out of season anyway, but I eat these a lot with my meals. This whole pile right here is all compost that I just enriched. But moving on to the next part. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you where I store all my water at. So this over here is my water filtration and production station. This right here, if ever I can't get rainwater, I've got pipes that go all the way through the woods down into my creek back there, and it pumps. I pump water up all the way from here into here, and I'll put this pipe in here like this. When I turn on the pumps down there, and it'll pump water all the way into here. And you can see down here, I've got a pump in there with a tube, and this thing, I'll put like a union on here, and it'll go into this pipe right here. This is the first line of filtration. This is just a sediment filter here, and it'll pump the water into this next tank. Oh, you can hear that right there. That's my that's one of my pumps. It's pressurized. It just made a sound. So whenever the pressure gets low in this piping system that I'm going to show you, this tank will automatically give me water on demand. So whether the sinks are running, or whether the sinks are running, or if it's just that the pressure's getting low. So this stays pressurized. I've got another pump right here. This is my big boy. I only use this sometimes, but it's a whole house water pump, but it's on this secondary tank. This right here just has like sediment filtered water that came out of here, but that's still not good enough coming from a creek. I like to filter things a little more. I power all this by a car battery. I just use a car battery because I don't feel like plugging it up into an AC wall outlet, and I keep a charged tender on it so it just stays charged constantly. This is being charged by one of my solar battery banks in here and there, and then I've got another solar battery bank over there. You can't see it, but on the top of this camper I've got 12 solar panels. But back to the water. So after the water comes out of here, this is really ugly. Don't mind me. I did this just to get water pressurized into the camper. So that goes into there. And before it goes into the camper, this is the whole house filtration system. So that's where the majority of the filtration goes in, like 3 different stages. And it comes out pretty clear. You know, I just use it for showers. I wash dishes with that when I'm out here. But yeah, so we're gonna give these greens that we just picked to the animals. So, and I also use it to water my plants. So this is where I do my seeding. I got some stuff over here that I need to plant. Some loofahs and some onions. This is a kale plant that they tore up. Down in here is my first building that I'm building. I need to finish it right now. I've just completed the concrete footers, but that's gonna be probably like 20 feet when I'm done. Moving on though. Look at Zeus getting old there. Heart's right there taking a nap. Moving on, we got some corn right here that's doing real well. I've got more corn that I'm gonna show you in a second. I got one that's kind of like really big. We got dinosaur kale. We got basil. We got kale that's being eaten by caterpillars. We got this thing right here. It just came out of the compost. I don't know what it is. It's some type of like melon or squash type thing. We'll see. Got some more kale. Now this whole row right here is all tomato plants. So these are all tomato bushes, different varieties, all planted by hand by me. Some kale right there. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes. More kale, tomatoes, seedlings. And then I got 2 watermelon plants right there. They're in the shade. I don't know if watermelon's like full sun or shade. So I kind of like just said, all right, well, that's my watermelon patch over there and it's shady. So maybe we'll just see. I guess my ass could stop being lazy and like read the pack to see what's gonna do well in this Texas heat. I think we're in like zone 9. This right here is a floating raft bridge that I was gonna create for, for the creek down there and put like a trolling motor on there. But I got too many projects to do. I gotta go in my food truck and get an egg carton because I'm gonna collect some eggs right now. What are we at? We are at, damn, 7 minutes and 31 seconds already. Shit, we're moving. But anyway, let's get an egg carton. I normally get about anywhere from 12 to 16 eggs a day. And yeah, 12 to 16 eggs a day. And it just depends on how the chickens are feeling. How you guys feeling today? Huh? You feeling all right? You gonna give me some eggs? I got some more chickens over here too. There's only 3 of them in there. They give me 2 to 3 a day. There's 12 in here in this double coop. They give me the majority of what I get. I've also got we're all under my tarp tent. We got 2 bunnies here. They're just here because they give me this nice rabbit poop, and I use this in my compost piles down there. So I'll they pretty much just eat and poop for me. So, oh yeah, I said I was gonna give somebody some kale, didn't I? Some greens. So let's do that. My escape hatch. Hey, there goes some greens for you guys. They're tearing into that right there. Now, I usually come out here a little later because when I'm collecting eggs, if I can get these girls to move without biting me, pecking me, I'm gonna get pecked. Just to go on camera and get pecked. Don't peck me too much, okay? There's an egg, there's an egg. Oh, she's nice. She's letting me collect. And put these greens to the side. So I have got 3 so far. You gonna let me get some more? All right, you're sweet, you're sweet. She's the one that's kind of mean. She's sweet. Look at that, look at that. What about you? You got some more? All right. I think she's the violent one. Yeah, I know. She's raising up on me, getting mad. Got some eggs, got some eggs. Ow! You see that, didn't you? She pecked me. Pecked me good. Let me get up under there. What you got under here, girl? Give me them eggs. All right. It's still kind of early in the day. So this is 8 so far. I normally come out here at about 5. It's only about 2 o'clock right now. So that's 8 eggs. They're still laying. You can tell she's trying to concentrate and get her job done. These guys right here, I'm gonna give them something to eat, some treats. They really don't care for mustard greens that well. I'm gonna come back to them. Let's see what we got over here. I just want to show you the plants and the eggs because it's kind of fun. I don't know what time they lay. Normally in the morning, you can tell when chickens are laying by the sounds that they make. So here, take this. Take this. You take this too. It's a treat for you. And look, 3 eggs sitting right there. So that makes 11. The other stuff, that black one is mean. She doesn't like to be touched. Unless she's trying to escape. She'll let me touch her if she's trying to escape. But that's only just because she knows she has no choice but to go back in. I would let them run free, but man, we've got like coyotes out here. We've got other predators, stray dogs, cats, raccoons, possums. They'll all tear into those chickens, so you gotta be careful. My 2 German Shepherds, they're pretty good about keeping everything safe, but you just never know. All right, rabbit food. I gotta go get some more rabbit food. There you go. Just get a couple handfuls in there. Couple handfuls. Uh-oh. These guys are sweet. This one doesn't like to be touched, but I've had them for a few years. Alrighty. How we doing with water? I gotta get water for these guys too. But, okay. So, I'm getting ready to end this video, but this is 11 eggs so far. Yeah, I'll probably just come back tomorrow and get the rest. I don't really like leaving eggs overnight here at the farm, but sometimes it's just, you know, my schedule's too busy. All right, you guys eat those good greens. And we're gonna put these eggs in the cool food truck because it stays nice and cool in there. And I'll end this video here. All right. Oh, I didn't show you my corn on the other side. Yeah, so here we go. The other small thing. So I've never grown corn in my life. Well, that's a lie, I have grown corn. I've never harvested corn. So this one right here was the first one I planted. I don't know why it took off so well over here. Something has been coming along and eating my other corn at night. I don't know what it is, but it definitely maybe, because I do my corn microgreens. And some of these things are just really sweet, so maybe something just finds it appetizing. And this is my onion patch right here. So my auntie Cheryl gave me some onions that she got from like a feeder store, and she just had them for a long time in a Ziploc bag, so I decided to plant them. I got some more in a pot over there. Oh yeah, so I've got more IBC totes over here. This one right here, well, I'll just say these two are just have done nothing with them. This one right here is actually a biodigester. I started putting like manure and water in there, like chicken manure, turkey manure. I harvested all my turkey, so I don't have any more of those. But this thing has manure in it, and I was gonna put all the equipment on top to harvest biogas from it, but I got too many projects. As you can see, I've got another hole right here that I was digging for another building that I was gonna build. I've got this building over here that I started. Too many projects. All this lumber I chopped down, my well over there that I haven't finished. This is gonna be a nice big monolithic dome one day. Yeah, too many projects, not enough time. I got 2 kids and I write software during the day, but hey, one day OarsLand will come back. Can you see my OarsLand logo? All right, that's it. Let me get back to what I was doing. I gotta hit the road. All right.